Hello everyone and welcome back to Strike Zone with St. Paul Saints Manager George Tsamis. Strike Zone is a weekly program that gives you, the fans, the opportunity to ask the St. Paul manager questions about the Saints, baseball or sports in general, or just seek George's wisdom about life events that are going on. In this week's program, George talks to us about how to build a team. He discusses how he deals with a player who's done something really stupid on the base pass, and would Max Garrett and Mark Hamburger make the next great Abbott and Costello? Let's find out on Strike Zone. Let us welcome back Manager George Tsamis. George, let's first of all begin with your team updates for us.
Yes, Tanner Vavra, who hurt his hamstring again, he's eligible to come off the DL today. I don't know if it's going to happen, but he is getting better, and we'll see what happens. It's definitely a day-to-day thing. Alec Crawford, we had signed him back. There was never an injury with him. It was all about a roster spot, and he threw okay the other day. Kansas City swings the bat pretty good, but we'll see what happens. He'll be in the bullpen today, and again for the weekend, we'll just see what happens. Sam Haas is obviously back playing. He had the minor back injury, but he is healthy now. Brady Brzezinski, he's been swinging the bat well. He's doing a real good job, and we like the way he swings, and the better he does, the more he's going to play. And then today we were signing left-handed pitcher Mike Strong. He's been in Double-A. He's had some good numbers over the years, and left-handed reliever that there's a chance we may have him start as well. And so those are the updates up to this point, and that's where we're at.
Would Mike Strong be on your team's roster tonight, or he's needing to come in still?
He's here. He will be active for the second game of the doubleheader.
Nice. Well, let us head to our fan questions this week. First of all, we begin with Jim from St. Paul, who says, I've heard you talk about that you wish you had more veteran player spots on the team, but isn't part of what makes you such a good manager is the ability to be able to fit all of those different levels together into a winning puzzle?
Tell you what, when the players play well, that's what makes the manager good, when the players go out there and get the job done. So they're doing a good job, but again, we still can be better. We can play better, we can hit better, we can pitch better, we can play better defense.
Next up we have Chuck from Topeka. He says, well, I know you are not really completely satisfied with the overall play of your team. Isn't every team in the league seeming to miss something that would make them the real favorite?
Absolutely. There are a lot of good teams in this league, and I don't think anybody's that much better than. I don't think the best team is that much better than the team that has the worst record, if you want to call it. There's good teams, and Kansas City, who didn't have a great record, beat us 2 out of 3, and I think their team's good. And Joplin, their lineup's good, man. They can hit with anybody, and so there are good teams all over, and you better play your best if you want to beat them, because guess what? If any team can beat anybody anytime they want.
Harold from Chaska would like to know, you said that everyone has a green light to steal. Are there circumstances where you would take that off?
No, everyone does not have the green light to steal. If that's what was said, then it was by mistake, or it's not accurate. Certain guys have the green light to steal, and guess what? These guys have been doing a good job running the bases this year, and I believe 54 stolen bases and caught stealing 10 times. So they're doing a good job, and hey, as long as they're smart and make their decisions, they'll have the green light to steal, those certain guys.
Bob from Northfield would like to know, with your concerns about the inconsistency of your team's offense, doesn't it seem to make sense to catch Caldwell more, let one of the catchers go, and get a different hitter to DH?
That's a very good question, and it's definitely not a bad question. It's a good question, but you know what? The catcher's doing a good job. I mean, Aaron Gretz is leading our team in hitting right now, and Max Garrett, he's done a good job back there, and Max may be the best defensive catcher of the 3. I mean, all 3 of them are doing a good job. That's a tough call, and with the roster move, it's some tough decisions on that. With the roster move, but all 3 of them we're happy with any one of them behind the plate.
I would assume on that too. It's just not like there's a 25 home run hitter, a guy at 360 just waiting with no place to go.
Yeah, it's here's the thing too. It's like we have to carry with 23 guys. We have to carry the 5 rookies. So it's not that we would release them, but Aaron Gretz is a rookie. You couldn't get rid of him anyways. And again, he's doing a good job back there. He's swinging the bat well, and he's doing a good job behind the plate. So that's a good question, a tough question, and there's probably not a real good answer to that question because they're all doing decent.
Next up, Ian from St. Paul would like to know, what do you say to a player who has done something really stupid when he returns to the dugout?
Sometimes you tell them that it was stupid. You tell them, if they did something real stupid, yeah, we're going to tell them. And sometimes things just don't work out, and you don't say anything to them, you don't even look at them, and you just try to move on.
I would gather a lot of times they know they've done something stupid.
Yes, and that's the thing too. Sometimes they know they made a stupid mistake, and if they know it, then you just let it go. And now, if the same stupid mistake happens again, then they're really going to know about it.
Miguel from Minneapolis would like to know, when your team is struggling to score runs, do you put a lineup out there that is better defensively so you are likely to give up less runs, or do you try to put out the lineup that will score more even if that sacrifices defense?
It's depends how things are going. We have 3 guys on the bench, and if guys are struggling, then we feel we have other guys that can get the job done. So, we just put out the best lineup that we feel it is for that day, and you want them all to swing, but if everybody's struggling hitting, then maybe you put the guy that can play better defense out there.
Next up, Owen from Eden Prairie would like to know, how many games do you see Mark Hamburger winning this season?
He's doing a great job, and I don't know how many, but he can just keep pitching like that, and then the wins will keep coming.
Gene from Lina Lakes would like to know what your favorite part about 4th of July is.
Well, the fireworks show is outstanding, and it's I've seen a bunch of fireworks shows over the years, but the one they do here it's a great show, and it's exciting to watch.
Lenny from Minneapolis says, George, did you know that the 4th of July is the day that Lou Gehrig gave his famous speech? Has there ever been a better speech than that?
Tell you what, it's something that you never get sick of seeing when they show it. So it was it was a special thing to see, and it never gets old. You can watch it every day, and it's still nice to see.
Even Gary Cooper did a good job of giving it there too. So, Tim from Bloomington would like to know, do you suggest going after hitters with your best stuff or trying to work against their weaknesses?
Maybe a little bit of both. You got to pitch your game, and if your fastball is your best pitch, you need to throw it. And but if they're on pitches and maybe have them get at bats, then maybe you just go against their weaknesses. But a little bit of both. But if I'm throwing 93 miles per hour and their guy's a good fastball hitter, I'm still going to throw my 93 mile per hour fastball.
Meg from St. Paul is curious to know, is there anyone on the bus who snores, and do they keep you awake?
I do, from what I'm told, and it's not my fault. It's the way it happens. I'm told I'm a snorer, and I know at times our trainer, Jason Allenbecker, he snores, and I hear it sometimes, and once in a while you hear some guys, but it's nobody's fault. You hope you can sleep. I take my Ambien and just try to sleep through it.
Our last question for the week comes from Jerry from Champlin. He says, I love those videos you guys play in the 9th inning. Don't you think Mark Hamburger and Max Garrett would make the perfect Abbott and Costello?
They're awesome to watch. They're great teammates, great guys. They're funny. And again, sometimes from the dugout, we have trouble hearing it. But when we do hear it, they're excellent. And they make people laugh, and those things are great to watch.
I bet they're great in the locker room.
Outstanding, sure. Well, especially Hamburger. Mac's a little quieter, but when he's up on that board doing that, he fits right in.
Thanks for joining us this week, George. We want to thank Manager George Tsamis for joining us on Strike Zone this week. If you have your own questions you'd like to ask the St. Paul Saints manager, please send them to us at askgeorge@minorleaguesportsreport.com. That's askgeorge@minorleaguesportsreport.com. Please have your questions to us by Saturday evening so we can give the skipper a little time to review the questions before we record the show. I'm Rob Pannier, the managing editor of the Minor League Sports Report, and we'll see you next time on Strike Zone.